Hello, this is Shira, and this is your January 2021 astrological outlook for the fixed signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So to begin with, we will look at Taurus rising or Taurus sun. And looking at your natal or solar chart for January Taurus rising, we have to start off Mars in Aries, and this will be in Aries up until the 6th. Then Mars will switch to Taurus, and this will conjoin with Uranus in Taurus. And where is this? Taurus rising, but your first house. And the first house is one of personality. It's how we show the world who we are. It's our first handshake. It's our style, our approach, etc. So you're going to have, for the first several days of January, Mars in Aries. Now that will be in your natal or your solar 12th house. Now Mars in the opening days of January will clash with Pluto. Okay, so that will clash from your 12th house of the hidden or the unseen, also the house of medical and psychic insights, and this will clash with Pluto in Capricorn in your 9th house. So there could be a difficulty connected with your career if you have Pluto transiting on your midheaven, or with some kind of training that you may be wrapped up with, or some schooling or travel or contracts of some kind, and it's something that you may have to meditate on and something that you may not agree with regarding some kind of study, training, or in contract negotiation. So do be careful of that in January. However, of course, with Mars switching places the first week of January to Taurus with Uranus over your first house, do be careful, Taurus rising, that you are not coming across rather erratic or unpredictable, because you may feel that there could be some ups and downs during the month of January that you feel are rather unexpected, and you will have to deal with some conflicts this month. However, it's not all negative. Even if you expect the unexpected, Uranus with Mars in your first can be good, because it will bring to you fresh energy, and you may cast fresh eyes upon any project you are undertaking. You may have a fresh approach to your appearance. Maybe this is the time to change up your style a little bit, maybe get that haircut you've been wanting, because with Uranus there, and Uranus will be there for a number of years, you are going to be rather exciting and independent at this time, and you might want your style to kind of match that sense of uniqueness and fresh approach, and a very unique style. So with Mars there, that can also be good. However, just be careful. Do not be overly assertive or aggressive this month because you want a positive response. Now, especially as we look at Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius and Taurus for you, that will be in your 10th house, and that is the house of career. So there may be some, again, bringing back that concern or conflict over career matters, job, and what you feel is right or wrong connected with maybe superiors, bosses, those in authority. Be very cautious of that. And especially when we have Mercury going into Aquarius on the 8th of the month. And that will join up with that Jupiter and Saturn conjunction in Aquarius. Now, this is wonderful for your career and will be throughout the rest of 2021, certainly, but in January with Mercury there, it's great time to communicate with those in authorities, to pursue actively your goals and careers, because this will be a pivotal time for you and you will get much in the way of notoriety. However, in January, once Mars connects with Uranus, please be careful of any kind of over assertiveness. Now, you have Neptune in Pisces, and Neptune in Pisces, Taurus rising, will be in your 11th house. So be very clear with those that are your friends that there is no deception and they are clear about any joint projects that you may be involved with them, and that can include social media or any kind of charities or organizations. So there is a new moon on the 12th in Capricorn, which is great for you, Taurus rising, as this again will be in your 9th house and may affect your career. Certainly, it's a great time to look into any contractual or long-term study or agreements, but do be careful of the fine print. All right, so moving along, we are looking at the next sign or next fixed sign, which is Leo rising. Now, Leo, for you in January 2021 will also be rather interesting. The Sun is going to conjoin Pluto with you, Leo, and that will be in your natal or solar 6th house of work. So with the Sun there, it's kind of a double-edged sword with your work house, because the Sun is casting a spotlight with wonderful connections with employees, co-workers. Great time for you to improve on your health or your diet. Even if you're looking to get a pet, that's the house of pets, animals, great time. But you've got Pluto there. So it's a very intense time for the same matters. So be careful and don't get too or overly concerned about health or work issues, especially regarding power. You don't want to get into any conflicts with any coworkers or work-related matters. But hey, it's a great time for some overtime for you, Leo. Now, there is going to be Leo rising, a T-square early Leo rising and Leo sun. There is going to be a T-square between Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius, Mars and Uranus in Taurus, and your Leo sun or rising this month. And with a fixed sign T-square, and respectively, this will be in your first house with your rising sign, and with Taurus, Mars, and Uranus, this will be in your 10th house, Leo. And you will find that the Aquarius stellium with Mercury will be in your natal or solar 7th house. So with that T-square there could be a conflict with business partnerships and your career. Maybe you and people that you are doing business with may not see eye to eye this month. And with the fixed sign T-square, you and the others around you, work-wise, career-wise, may see some conflicts regarding work, maybe some kind of promotion, rewards, and the 7th house connection, some negotiations that you want to work smoothly. Be cautious because they may not go so smooth now. But if you are really great at negotiations and convincing others, as you are, Leo rising, then your negotiations and your career should go very well this month. However, look out for some slight difficulties in that area. Okay, and do expect the unexpected this month regarding reputation or any connections with your goals or aspirations. You may get some sudden possible setbacks in your career. However, just keep plugging ahead, Leo rising, and you'll do just fine in the month of January. All right, so we have Pluto, Venus, Sun, and the stellium of Capricorn mid-month, and again with Venus, Leo rising in your 6th house. So that's kind of emphasizing the need to just kind of give a light touch with those that you were in connection with work, although they will take a wonderful liking to you this month, especially with Venus and the Sun there. Maybe you'll get a new job or change up a job, get a promotion. Just be very cautious in all work areas this month. It's very business for you, Leo rising, in the month of January. Now, Neptune in Pisces, Leo, is in your 8th house, so it will be there for yet quite some time. You are looking to a lot of soul searching and depth with all your connections with others, and you may find that at this time you change some of your beliefs. Also, the 8th house rules property matters, so do be reading the fine print as far as any contracts connected with real estate, trusts, wills, or any property matters. And with Neptune there, if you find that there is some deception, since the 8th house rules beginnings and endings, you may want to close the book on something at this time. Moving along, we have the sign of Scorpio, or Scorpio rising, for January 2021. Now, Scorpio, there is going to be, as with Leo rising, a T-square to your rising sign this month. And that will be because Mars will be entering to Taurus, the sign of Taurus, on and about the 6th of January. However, Mars is going to be in Aries up until that time, and that will be in your 6th house. So you're going to be very aggressive or assertive to those that you do business with or in your work field. Also, you may be very aggressive about starting or continuing a health regime of some kind. Great time for diet, but do be careful because on and around the early part of January, we have Mars going into Taurus. And for early Scorpios or early Scorpio rising, we are going to have the T-square between your rising sign, Uranus, and Mars in Taurus, which will be in your natal or solar 7th house of partnerships, and that wonderful Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in your 4th house. So there may be a conflict with some kind of house or property concerns, and the 7th house, kind of like the 9th house, there may be a conflict with your significant other, and again, property, house concerns, real estate, and what you believe needs to be completed, say, regarding repairs. Also, you must be careful of some family conflicts connected with business or partnership with that T-square. And as with everyone right now, we've got that Uranus-Mars with, in a conjunction. And it's a time that we must expect the unexpected, no matter where that conjunction is transiting in your natal chart right now. But for you, expect the unexpected with regards to partnerships and business agreements. Moving along, we have Pisces, Scorpio rising in your 5th house. So Neptune is kind of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's very gentle and kind. And on the other hand, Neptune represents that which is deception, especially in its own sign of Pisces, and that will be in your 5th house. So for you single Scorpio or Scorpio risings, make sure your sweetheart is on the up and up regarding dating, love, or, whether you are involved with a relationship or whether you are not. And you may want to get clarity regarding any issues connected with children or pregnancy and any speculative matters. So this looks like for you, Scorpio, a good month. Now you've got the Capricorn stellium, especially once Venus goes into Capricorn on and around the 8th, first week of January. You've got the Sun, Pluto, and then Venus close to mid-month, Scorpio rising in your 3rd house. And of course, the 3rd house is of communications, and that can include the written word as well as the spoken word. So do be careful how you connect and how you speak with others, that you don't come across too strong, especially with Pluto there. And the Sun is great, as with Venus. So this is going to be a month for you that you will probably speak a little more softly, and Capricorn is a very business sign. So you may be talking a lot about money and business matters this month. And again, that can include the written word, and it can also indicate social media. You may be doing a lot of work over the internet, and it's a great time to get to know the neighbors and your locale, and do some traveling locally for you in January. All in all, for you Scorpio or Scorpio rising, a great month. Now you do have Venus in Sagittarius the first week. So that's going to be your first, Scorpio rising, that's going to be your second house of income. So you may have some wonderful good news regarding money the first week of January, but there is a square with Neptune in the fourth house, so there could be a conflict again with property matters or family. But Venus in the second house is still very good for you with regarding investing or saving money. Very good month for you, again, Scorpio rising. Now we move along to the final fixed sign of Aquarius rising. Okay, so Aquarius or Aquarius ascendant, you will have that wonderful and blessed Jupiter and Saturn conjunction in your first house still in January of 2021. And Mercury, after the first week, which will be in Capricorn in your 12th house, will then head on to Aquarius. So before Mercury transits into Aquarius, Aquarius rising, Mercury will be in the house of secrets, the behind the scenes, healing, medical, and so you may be finalizing some issues regarding your health that can include mental and or physical health. Maybe you will have some wonderful healing throughout the first week of January this month, and that again can be mentally, physically. It's a great time to meditate, do some soul searching. But once Mercury then transits to Aquarius in and around just at the end of the first week of January, you're really going to become very communicative. You will feel like you want to convey to the world your feelings, and especially with Mercury conjoining Saturn and Jupiter, you are going to feel really good this month, Aquarius rising. But like the other fixed signs, you must be careful of that Uranus and Mars conjunction in Taurus, and that will conjoin the first week of January. And Aquarius rising, that will be in your fourth house, and the T square for you will be your first house, your fourth house, which is the Mars and Uranus conjunction in Taurus, and I believe there's just a square this month. Okay, so for you, you don't have to worry about the T square. Okay, so, but nonetheless, you must expect the unexpected regarding Mars and Uranus in your fourth house. So with that squaring off the Aquarius stellium, your need for caution will be with family matters. If there has been some ongoing conflict with family, make sure that it doesn't get out of hand. and make sure you close the book or shape up any house or property concerns. Maybe close the book on some old disagreements because we've got that Uranian energy. It will be very unpredictable this month, and you must be careful you do not come across, although the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is wonderful, as too unpredictable to others closest to you, because that could create some of the family or fourth house conflicts. But it is great for some fresh energy into your appearance and taking a positive approach to all undertakings in January. Okay, and then we've got Neptune in Pisces. That will be in your second house of finance, Aquarius. So do be careful that you are cautious with all money or second house matters, anything concerning investments. If something, especially connected with Neptune, sounds too good to be true, it probably is. But nonetheless, Neptune there is throwing some caution your way with all money matters. Okay. Now, looking ahead, we do have that Capricorn stellium, especially for the first week of January, with Mercury and Venus at mid-month in Capricorn with the Sun. Now, this is going to shed a light on your 12th house. So equally as Mercury projects to the first house early in the month, and then again mid-month, we've got Pluto still in Capricorn and Venus there. So with Pluto and Venus and the Sun in Capricorn mid-month, you're still going to want to kind of take it easy. This is a time that you may feel, especially with Pluto there, that stress has been a bit much for you lately. Perhaps, maybe you feel like this is a time to go and get some counseling, do some healing, some meditation, taking some walks in nature. This is the month for that, Aquarius rising. So you will be very successful at blending the first house Aquarius stellium with the 12th house for a need for seclusion and healing, maybe looking into some medical issues, and the need to be very much a people person and beginning some kind of fresh approach with your appearance and outlook. Okay, so now we do have Venus in Sagittarius for the first week and Aquarius rising. That will be in your 11th house. So for the first week, you might be hanging out with some friends and acquaintances, and this is a great time to discuss some mutual goals. So for the first opening days of January, Aquarius rising, it's a great time for a reunion and all charities or organizational connections. All in all, for you, Aquarius, a wonderful month. So, for all the fixed signs, especially, you will have to look out because of that Mars-Uranus conjunction in Taurus with the Aquarius stellium. You will have to be very careful about how you are approaching those around you, and you will have to take a light touch to all matters in your life. Expect the unexpected, but if you can do that, throughout January of 2021, you will have a great month ahead of you. If you'd like to get in touch with me, my contact information is down below. I give one-on-one readings and written reports. Please subscribe to this channel and press the bell notification. Until next time, many, many blessings.